The best way to power up your own happiness, help others be more positive. I'm so glad that you're here. By the end of this video, you're going to see the surprising connection between service to others and our own happiness. First, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why this is true from a psychological standpoint, and then I'll give you some practical steps to actually apply it. Reason number 1, when we help others, we further internalize the principles that we're helping them with. For almost 3 decades now, I've been a professional psychologist. My whole job is to help other people internalize principles. I can't even start to tell you how much this has helped me in my own life and in my relationships. I call what I do a practice. Now think about that word for just a minute. Practice. When you want to get better at something, what do? You practice. When I was a little kid, my mom wanted me to learn how to play the piano. Well, that doesn't come easily to a little kid. So every morning I remember Mom getting us up early, me and my siblings, to practice the piano. And the more you practice, the more skill you develop. No surprise that this is true for our own happiness and positivity. The more you practice, the better you get at it. The second reason why this is true gets into the psychology behind what I call happynomics. Here's the short version. We all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. Think about how you feel when you think about or focus on your weaknesses. Do you see how that brings about feelings of inadequacy, depression, like somehow we're failing or we're flawed in some fundamental way? How do you feel when you think about or focus on your strengths? See, that's much better. It gives us a psychological boost when we focus on our strengths. Well, what do we have to do if we're going to share principles of positivity with other people? We have to focus on our strengths, our assets, our skills. This gives us a psychological boost and actually elevates our own level of happiness simply because we're coming from our strengths. Reason number 3 is also centered on happynomics. It's really awesome that the best way to get what we want is to help others get what they want. From an economic standpoint, this is the only way to solve an economic problem, is to figure out how to provide something that someone else wants or needs. You think about it. That's what drives our economy. So when we figure out how to better serve others, it actually helps us economically as well, because now we're serving people with the things that they want and need, and there's an economic exchange for that. Aside from the economic piece, the emotional impact of serving others, of lifting and elevating other people in their life, is profound. As a psychologist, I have seen this repeatedly over my entire career. Helping others is the best way to improve your own happiness. And those are the reasons. Now, before I get into the application, I'm going to give you some very clear steps that you can try immediately. Before I do that, would you just hit the subscribe button? Because you're going to want more content like this. And while you're there, hit that notification bell too, so that you know every time a new video comes out. Now let's do an experiment, shall we? I'm going to give you 3 steps, and as you do these 3 steps, please pay attention to how you feel. It's going to make a difference, I promise. Here's step number 1. Secret service. I want you to pick someone in your circle, someone that you know or love who's close to you, and perform some act of secret service. It's important that they don't know that you're doing it. You're going to try to get away with it in secret. Okay, now does this sound fun? Have some fun doing it, but find some way to serve them, and I want you to focus on how you feel as you do that. That's step number 1. Now, step number 2, we're going to broaden our horizons a little bit. I want you to think about how you can make a difference for someone you don't know. That's the difference from step one. Now, this doesn't have to be secret service. Just pick someone out. I remember the first time I got this assignment from one of my coaches. We were on a dinner break from a training that we were doing, and I went down to the local mall. People are coming and going in and out of the mall. I saw an older couple coming out of the mall pushing one of those flatbed carts, you know, the bigger ones that you put larger items on, and they were struggling with it a little bit, and I thought, this is it. So I just hustled over there and I said, can I help you with this? The man who was pushing the cart, and he was older, looked at me and said, no, I've got it. He obviously was struggling with it. His wife looked at me with that look that says, yes, please. So I just went over and I grabbed hold of it with him and helped him push it out to the cart. I then helped him load this larger item that they had bought into their car, and then I offered to take the cart and put it away. Now, is that a big deal? Not really. But did it make a meaningful difference for that couple? Yeah, it did. In fact, they were very grateful. By the time we got to the car, the man had changed his tune a little bit and he was like, thank you, that actually helped a lot. Make a meaningful difference for someone you don't know. Use your creativity. Go somewhere that you need to get out of your house or whatever it is. Now, remember, I want you to think about and focus on how you feel while you're doing this. Notice how it impacts other people too. Now, step number 3 is going to be easy. You can do it as soon as you finish this video. Post something positive. Have you noticed how much negative media is out there? A lot of times I avoid the news because I just don't want to hear another story about a mass shooting or a big disaster that happened somewhere. I get it that these things happen. I also want my mind to be full of positive energy. You get to be part of the difference here as you go post something positive. So pick your favorite social media platform and make up a post that maybe shares these 3 steps. What if we were to go out and share that with other people? Right down below is a share button. Hit that and you can copy the URL of this video and go post it on your favorite social media platform. That would be posting something positive. But it doesn't have to be sharing this video. Find something in your own heart and mind that is positive, inspiring, uplifting, elevating, and go out there and share it on your favorite social media platform. That's step number 3. Once again, pay attention to how you feel while you're doing this. I'm sure this is going to make a difference for somebody else too. Someone who's following your feed will see that, and they'll have a little bump of the neurochemistry that causes us to feel good. You're going to do that for them, but notice what it does for you as well. I hope you got something useful from this. Look, I train and certify positivity practitioners. I have a little gift for you if you're willing to receive it. Go to the URL on the screen right now, drpauljenkins.com/practitioner quiz. Now that's a lot to remember. Just remember practitioner quiz, my name, drpauljenkins.com. Go over there. What I've done is put together a little quiz for you to see where you are in your journey to become a positivity practitioner. Go take the quiz. Let's just see where you are and what that might mean for you moving forward. Thanks for being here.